example before, but I'm gonna give it a shot. Okay, most of y'all should know how a wall is framed, but in case anybody doesn't, let's just go over it real quick. So you're trying to quantify 2x6s, 2x8s, mostly. When you've got a wall, bottom is a base plate, these are studs. You've got two continuous dimensional pieces of lumber across the top. Those are your top plates. So one on the bottom, two on the top. Studs are 16 inches on center. Pick up three. My rule of thumb is 3 for every corner, 3 studs for every corner, 3 studs for every T or wall intersection. Missed. Counter doors. So you'll pick up 2 extra studs, well, technically 4 extra studs at every door opening and window opening. Let's see what else we got here. Headers across every door and window. And I do believe they even call those out on the structural drawings. Exterior sheathing is just basically the area of the exterior walls. Trusses, I'm gonna make this real easy on y'all, just count the number of trusses. So, because the reality is you're gonna get quotes from truss manufacturers. None of y'all, I imagine, will be fabricating any trusses. Can't be done, but you probably won't. So in the end, you should just be able to kind of check their quote and say, I counted 30 trusses. They have a quote for 30 trusses. This makes sense to me. That's it. That's all I'm asking you to do. And then roof sheathing, the actual square footage of the roof itself, and you will need to adjust for the pitch of the roof. And that's it. That's all I'm asking y'all to take it off. You know, wood framing, you can get more detailed than that, but I kind of feel like that's a high level estimate. Okay, so when you're taking it off, I'm treating all the exterior walls as 2x6s. All the interior walls I'm going to treat as 2x4. So let's take off an exterior wall. So call it exterior wall. Super fat, which reminds me that my scale's not been set. This is a 1/4 inch scale. Okay, so this first wall that I've taken off is 56 feet long. Y'all are gonna do all the takeoff, but I'm gonna get you started. So I've got 56 linear feet of base plate. Top plate is equal to 56 times 2 because there are 2 top plates. Or slack off. Studs. Actually, we're gonna have to look up the height of this wall. Studs, I'm gonna mark them as 10 feet. Now you would hopefully get them pre-cut and you would back out the length of the double top plate and the sill plate, or base plate. And it'd be closer to 9 feet and change. I'm just gonna mark them as 10 feet, 10-foot studs. So this is equal to, let's see, I'm gonna make this linear feet. 56, which is what I took off. Now this is equal to this times 12. And divided by 16. So studs are 16 inches on center. So if you know the length, you can multiply it by 12 to get inches, divide by 16 to get count how many studs. Corner / T. So you always have extra studs essentially at any corner or at any intersection, which would be T. So that's how many I took off. 4, 6. I need to note that these are 6-inch ones.
On this side, you said we're counting each corner?
3.
3 studs.
So yeah, you're right. That's there. So that's equal to the number I counted times 3. Doors and windows. So I'm gonna have 2 studs here, 2 studs here at my door, 2 studs here, 2 studs here at my window, again at that door, that window, no window there. That does look like a window there. So I've got 5. So this is equal to how many I counted times 4. Headers. Linear, header. And you could be more precise if you want to. I kind of just honestly draw just a little bit over each one. Because your header's going to need to extend just a little bit past, I guess 4 inches past the opening. .56 linear feet. 56. Exterior sheathing. Let's just take that off. You can technically do math and get there, but let's just take it off. Exterior sheathing, 10 feet. Set my height to 10 feet. I'm just going to mark wherever I have exterior sheathing. You could back out the windows. If there's enough windows, like that wall, for example, that's probably enough windows to go ahead and back out the sheathing where the windows are. But if there's small windows, honestly, by the time you end up cutting the board, you're not really saving the material. You're going to buy the material either way. So I just go ahead and make my life easy and just count the whole wall, and I don't back any window area out. And it's kind of a judgment call on when you do that and when you don't. So I've got exterior sheathing. Oh, I need to have surface area single side, 568 square feet. 68. Trusses. Could get hard to where we put trusses. Let's see, so give me a minute to find that sheet. my sheet number 39. And like I said, I'm kind of overly simplifying this for trusses, but you're gonna buy trusses from a truss manufacturer anyway. So I created a count condition called trusses. And I'm just gonna go through and count. Scales off. I'm gonna go through and count every truss. And then you do have trusses here that you need to pick up. So pick up all those trusses, all those trusses. So far I've only counted 11. 11 trusses. And roof sheathing's real easy. Only thing you need to do is count for the slope. We're gonna have to go to our roof plan to find that. Okay, so we've got 412, 412, 812. Okay, so it's either 412 or 812. Does everybody understand the importance of slope? If you're, make sure you're letting this. So, if you're looking at something in plan view, and this is 100 feet, looking down straight at it from here to here. But then you cut a section through it, and it's sloping at an 8 to 12 pitch. It's 100 feet from here to here, but the material you're buying is longer because it's at a slope. And so knowing that it's an 812 or a 412, you can look up the ratio to apply to what you took off. So that can turn into anywhere from 4% to like almost 30% if it's a steep enough slope. Really get to your estimate. So we're just gonna take it off by slope. Add, let's see, area 412 roof sheet. And it has a slope. They'll calculate the slope for you, so we're gonna let it. So 412. Here. so we've got 4245 plus 1,101. That's equal to 4245 plus 1,101. There we go. So that's it. And then, sorry, I didn't, let me sign it. That's 6-inch walls. You will need a separate set for your 4-inch walls because those have to be priced differently. But it's the exact same process. So go back to my floor plan. And so your exterior walls are 6-inch. Your interior walls, we're gonna treat as all 4-inch. So, same process, linear, interior wall, 4-inch. And I plow straight through doors. I did spend a summer of my life cutting through the, base plates of doors. That is a shit job. Okay, so far I've taken off 57 linear feet. So it's a oddly similar number, but so be it. So 57 studs already kicked out the math, so we're good there. Top plate is going to be equal to that times 2. I'll have to go through. There will be no sheathing, there will be no trusses, there'll be no roof sheathing. So I'm just going to delete that stuff out. Corners of T's, let's see, count, corners, T's, 4-inch. So anywhere where this intersects, which would be here, here, here. Got 3. This is equal to 3 times 3. Doors and windows. Count my doors. 1, 2. This is equal to 3 times 4 studs per opening. Headers. Linear headers, 4-inch. Oh, missed an opening. There's a window there. Now, if you're truly a framer, you might notice that might not be load bearing and might not actually require a header. I'm personally gonna figure a header out over doors. But you only technically probably could avoid it. Header. 17 linear feet. I did find an extra window, so I had 4 doors and windows. There we go. So that's it. Y'all complete the rest of the takeoff. This assignment. y'all can have till the end of next class, so the end of Monday's class to complete this assignment. So we're about an hour in at this point, that's probably